Let's talk chunking. Let's talk chunking with time. So we talked about last time that you can chunk with content. You can also chunk with time. We had mentioned that a kid in middle school has an average attention span of around 10 minutes. That is kind of overwhelming. Between 0 and 10 minutes, that's all they've got for you. Now, how do you cram what you need to cram in the 10 minutes? Well, you can chunk. You can do some chunking with time. This is an example of how you might do that. You know you've got to explain some vocab words. So instead of just talking about the vocab words for 10 straight minutes, do a quick do now, then chunk up your time. Do a discussion. Do the 2 vocab words and do a discussion afterwards. You've already broken up your 10-minute chunk into 4 separate smaller chunks that are more manageable, and there are more access points for kids to remember those 2 words that you explained. Here's some more examples of how to chunk your time. You can do a check the chat in between whatever you're talking about in your 10-minute spread out attention. You can do a quick discussion. You can do a poll on Zoom. You can have the kids turn off their screens and write down their response on a piece of paper to rest their eyes, undo their screens so that you can see them, and then they hold up their response and you just visually go and check. That way they have a little break and it's almost as if you simulated, all right, get up from your seat and go physically do something like you would in the class. Put them in a breakout room, and then when they're done, they just let themselves out of the breakout room and come to the big group. Breakout rooms do not have to be long. You could do a 2-minute breakout room. You could do a 1-minute breakout room. You can also do formative assessments. Check the link below for 60 formative assessments you could easily convert to your classroom, and you could even do in a chat. Use timers. Have kids remind you to break things up. Have a kid say, at 9:22, tell me to stop talking and ask you guys what you think so that I can break up the time. Kids love to keep you accountable. Keep yourself accountable and chunk up the time with your slides on PowerPoint. Intentionally put a blank slide to remind yourself to break up your time. You got this.